Hello students. Uh, in previous video I have discussed some functions of a string class. Now a few more functions I'm going to discuss in this video. So let's start without wasting your and my time. Let's start. Here we go. Okay. So now the next function is compare to function. Okay. Before starting, let me focus on one thing. See carefully what is the return type of this function. The return type of this function is int. It returns integer value. Generally, this confusion will be created. It may create it that return type of this function is true or false, boolean, because the name of function is like that. Compare to means you will think it will compare something and will return true or false, but nothing is like that. See carefully. The return type of this function is not true or false. It is int. It returns positive integer, negative integer, or zero. So let's see. It compares two strings and returns positive integer if invoking string is greater, negative string if argument string is greater, and 0 if both are equal. So here invoking string means what? The string by which we call the function. Invoke means call. Invoking means calling. Means the string by which we call the function to which we are saying invoking string. And the string to which we are passing as argument, to that we are saying argument string. Okay, invoking means calling. They use for calling a function, invoking a function, both are same. Okay. Now I'm going to explain the working of this, how it works. See, consider two strings are here, Raju and Rajiv. Two strings we have taken, S1 as Raju and S2 as Rajiv. If it is said to arrange them in alphabetical order, consider it. So if you want to arrange them in alphabetical order, this will be the sequence. Rajiv will come first, then Raju. Okay. How we have taken this decision? We are not able to take decision by the first character because both are same. We are not able to take decision by the second character because they are also same. By third character also they are also same, so we cannot say which one. So we have taken decision from which characters? The characters which are not matching. That you and I are not matching, they are not same. So we have decided that I comes first and then you. So that's why we are saying that Rajiv will come first, then Raju. Means we have compared character by character, and where the first mismatching we found, there we have decided which letter comes first. By this way, we have decided that Rajiv will come first, then Raju, then Raju. Is it clear? In the same manner, this function works. It compares character by character, and where the first mismatching is found. It compares character by character, and where the first mismatching is found, it returns the difference of their ASCII values. Means here, if here S1 is what? Raju, S2 is what? Rajiv. So it will return the difference of ASCII values of you and I. You और I की ASCII value का difference return करेगा. So whatever the ASCII value of I, whatever the ASCII value of you, whatever the ASCII value of you, whatever the ASCII value of I, it will return a positive integer because the ASCII value of u will be greater than ASCII value of I. So it will return a positive integer. And positive integer means what? If invoking string is greater, means this string is greater. If the function returning positive integer means is this invoking string is greater. Invoking string is the string by which we call the function. Okay. So here Raju is greater. This string is greater. And greater and smaller in the sense of alphabets, alphabetical order. Okay. I से बड़ा U. So Rajiv से बड़ा Raju. Okay. So here the Raju string is greater because U is greater than I. Got it? So this function return a positive integer. Okay. It will return the difference of ASCII value of U and I. So here the ASCII, if you find, if you go through that, small to z, the ASCII value is what? 97 to 122. So the ASCII value of the ASCII value of U will be 117. The ASCII value of I will be 105. You can go through that. So you'll get 12. Means here the value of I will be what? The value of I will be what? 12. That is what? Difference of ASCII value of U minus ASCII value of I. Okay. I hope it's clear. So please keep in mind. So this is about comparative function. I hope it's clear to all. I'm going to write. Okay. So it will return the difference of ASCII value of U minus ASCII value of I. It will return their difference. Okay. Now one more example I'm going to type in front of you. You can see. Consider I'm taking, instead of Raju, I'm taking one string money, and instead of Rajiv I'm going to take monies. An example. So this time, now S1 compared to S2. So if you see here, if you're doing the same thing, if you're comparing character by character, see M matching, we cannot take any decision. M matching, we cannot take any decision. N is matching. I matching. Now after this, here no character is left, and here we have two characters. Then the difference of what? I think you are getting the situation. Again, I'm repeating. These two strings here, first letters are matching, second letter are matching, third letters are matching, fourth letters are also matching. Now after this, there is no character in this string, and here we have two characters left. So now this function will return the difference of what? No character is mismatching. Okay, so this time, please remember the situation. I hope you are getting the situation. What is the situation here? So in this case, in such cases, it returns the difference of their length. Okay, means here the length of S1 is what? 4, and the length of S2 is what? 6. So it will return the difference of their length. Means here this time the value of I will be 4 minus 6 minus 2. Minus 2 means this is the difference of their length. Okay, so please keep in mind, this is a special case I have taught through this. So when the characters, there is no character left to find their difference, then it returns the difference of their length. And their length, if you're getting minus 2, it means what? If you're getting negative integer, it means what? Argument string is greater, means this time this money is greater, and this time greater and smaller in the case of, in the sense of their lengths. Okay, here the string which has greater length will be called greater if such, in such situation. Okay, so I hope it's clear to all. This is all about compare to function. Once again I want to repeat that please remember the return type of this function is not boolean, it is int. Okay, now coming to the next function, here concat. Okay, so concat function, what it does, it concatenates two strings. Concatenates means it joins two strings. Concatenates matlab joining two strings. Okay, so let's explain with the example. Consider S1 equal to computer, S2 equal to science. S1 dot concat S2. So what it will do? It will concatenate, means it will join these two strings, and that will be stored into S3. So S3 will be what? Computer science. There will be no space between, because no space is here, no space is here, so space will not appear automatically. So here S3 will be what? Computer science. If space is there, space will appear here. If space is not there, space will not come automatically. Okay, so here S3 will be what? Computer science. Simply it joins two strings. Okay, instead of using concat function, means this same statement we can write like this. Here we can write string S3 equal to S1 plus S2. Means what? Instead of using this concat function, we can use this operator, And this operator is here concatenation operator. It is what? Concatenation operator. Now here this operator is not working like addition operator. It is working like concatenation operator. It will join both the strings. Okay. So instead of using concat function in programming, you can use this operator. Okay. So it is better than concat. It is better than concat function. How it is? See, by using concat function, you can join only two strings. By using concat function, you can join only two strings. But here, by using this operator, you can join as many strings as you want, and in easy manner. You can see जितने भी string, as many string you want to join, you can join like this. So it is easy to use. It is better to use. Okay. So instead of using concat function, you can use this operator, plus operator also. Okay. But you must know concat function also, because output questions will be there in the question paper. So you must know concat function. But please remember, instead of concat function, you can use this plus symbol also. This is what? Concatenation operator. Here I am writing string s3 equal to, it can be written as s1 plus s2. And here what is this? This is concatenation operator. Okay. Now coming to the next function. I don't go through the numbers. See, string numbering is not correct. String trim. It removes white spaces from both end of the string. Okay. It removes white spaces from both end of the string. Consider some spaces here. Some spaces here. So this function, trim function, will remove the spaces from both end of the string. Okay. The s equal to s dot trim will make it. Now the value of s will be what? Computer science. Like this, computer space science. After this, there will be no space. If there is a space just before here, and if there is space here, all the spaces will be removed from both end of the string by trim function. Okay. I hope it's clear. Now next function, ends with. Okay. Now listen, ends with function. It returns true if the string ends with the string given as argument. Okay, it returns true if the string ends with the string given as argument. Okay, let's see 1 minute. Now see computer science. For example, str equal to computer science. Str ends with science. You can see this string str is ending with science, so this function will return true. If you're writing only, not instead of science, if you're writing only NCE, then also it will return true. If you're writing only CE, then also it will return true. Okay. And if you're writing science, and if you're writing small s, in this case also it will return false. In this case, it will return false because it is case sensitive. Here capital S and here small s. So it will return false. Okay. So it's case sensitive. Please remember that. Got it? So this is it returns true. It returns true if the string ends with the string given as argument. So here the result will be what? True. Like ends with, we have another function that is what? Starts with. Okay. So it returns true if the string starts with the string given as argument. Okay. Means same thing. Starts with instead of ends with. Here we have a starts with. For example, consider str is computer science, and we are writing if str starts with com. So you can see this string is starting with com, so it will return true. Okay. So this is starts with function. Now next function, replace. Students, I am going faster. So if you have any doubt, meanwhile, in comment, you can ask. You have comment section to clear your doubts. So please ask there. Okay. Now replace function. See this function. Just a minute. Leave it afterwards. Replace function. String replace char. It replaces the character given as first argument by the character given as second argument. Let's explain with example. Str equal to matter, and here we're writing str replace t comma n. So what will happen? All the t's will be replaced by n in this string str. All the occurrence of t will be replaced by n. This str will be what now? Manner. Okay. One more example of replace. One more function of replace. I'm going to tell you. One more function. This string replace. Here string comma string. So it is also same. You can see instead of character replacing it, this function will replace string. Okay. So I'm going to explain with example. Same definition you can write if it replaces. Let me write. लिख ही देते हैं. Okay. See, instead of replacing character, this function will return replace strings. String, one string will be replaced by string. I'm going to explain with example. See, the previous replace function was replacing character by character. This function will replace string by string. Okay. So listen one example. String str equal to here independence day is celebrated on 15 January. Okay, hold on. I will correct it. 15 January. Okay, so I think we have done some mistake. It should be August. Instead of January, there should be August. So how it can be replaced? See, by using replace function. Str equal to str dot replace. What we want instead of January, we want to replace January with August. So January will be replaced by August. Okay. So all the occurrence of January, please remember this, all the occurrence of January, since here only once, but all the, if there are more than one, all the occurrence of January will be replaced by August. This function will replace this January by August. So finally, now the value of str will be what? After this function, the value of str will be what? Independence Day is celebrated on 15 August. Got it? So this is about replace function. Two replace function I have taught. One which is replacing a character by character, and this is what this string is replacing string by string. Okay. Now the last function of string class I'm going to explain. It's very unique function. You can see value of. Okay, string value of any type. You know, it's a very unique function. It converts any type of value into string type. It converts any type of value, byte, short, int, long, float, character, any type of value can be converted into string type. Okay, here you can see this 12. 12 is of which type? Int type value. And here we are uh, using this function value of. So what this function will do? This function will convert this 12 into, which is in a int type, will convert it into string type. Means str will have 12 in string format. Okay, and please see carefully how I'm calling this function. The way of calling the function is this function We are calling this function by the class name. String is the class, the string dot value. See other function, how we are calling the other function. By we are calling the str. What is str here? A string, if a string is a class, str is an object. So all the other functions we have called using object. But here we are calling this function by class name. Please be careful. So it's very unique and you will forget how to call this function. So please keep in mind how are we calling this function by class name. So it will convert any type of value, byte type, short type, int type, long type, any type of value it will convert into string. Okay. So this function you can use in even in the number programming. You know how it is. If you want to count the number of one example I'm giving now, you can use in many ways, but here one example I'm going to give you. Consider you want to count the number of digits of a number. Consider n is a number, and here 125. We want to count the number of digits of this number. So what you can do, you can convert this string n. Sorry, you can convert this number n into string type by using the function value of string dot value of, and here you write n. N is of int type. It will be converted into string. So the value of s1 will be what? 125 in a string format. Now you know the function length, s1 dot length. What it does, it returns the number of characters in the string. So how many characters are there in the string? 3. So by this way you can get the int number of digits. Okay, NOD equal to s1 dot length. So by this way the value of NOD will be what? 3. So by this way you can get the number of digits of a number. So this function can be used in string programming as well as in number programming also. One of the example I have given here. So please keep in mind. And again I'm repeating at the last, string functions are most important tool for the string programming. String functions and wrapper class functions. Okay. So please go through all the functions thoroughly. And if you have doubt in any function, please ask me. And in the next video, I will come with some programming, some string programming. Okay. So for this video, this much only. Thank you, students. Thank you. Bye. Bye to all.